If you love luxury and designer clothing and accessories, these are the kind of shoes that I wear a lot. Welcome to you, my name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. Today's video is guidance on how to purchase luxury or designer footwear if you've got a wide foot. I believe that I have a wide foot. The shoes that I have tried and they just, you know, they don't work. Some of the things that I look for in designer shoes, especially if I can't try them on before I buy them. If you don't follow me on Instagram, go and check out my Instagram account. It's at DaylesAddiction. I'll pop it down here on a title slide. But basically, that is where you will see the evidence of what I'm talking about here. Obviously, the seasons will dictate which shoes that I'm wearing the most, but it'll kind of back up what I'm talking about in this video. So for reference, I am a size 39 European, which is like a size 8.5, 9 US, I believe. The widest part of my foot, I just measured it. It's 11 centimeters. So if you want a reference point for your foot, if you think you have wide feet, the widest part of my right foot is 11 centimeters, and that's just across, just under my little toe. So I do have quite a wide foot, and I've got a high top of my foot part. Is that your instep? I don't know, that bit. Anyway, let's get on to the shoes. Let's start with sneakers. Now, I have quite a few pairs of designer sneakers, and the reality is I really don't wear designer sneakers unless it starts getting a bit cooler. I live in a subtropical climate, and wearing sneakers here on our hot, humid days, if your feet are hot, it makes the rest of you hot. And so they tend to be sandal wearing days rather than sneakers. Now, today, as an example, I have been wearing my Golden Goose Superstars. Yes, Superstars. I bought these last year. These are, always around. You can customize them. They're just under 1,000 Australian dollars. I went with the Superstars because you can remove the inner sole, which is quite significant. So you can remove that and your foot will sit lower in the shoe, but I have been wearing it with my inner soles in. Now, I sized down in these. They're a size 38. I have to say that because they're all leather, it's actually some kind of terry toweling finish on the inside, and then it's like a leather on the back of the heel. These are actually pretty comfortable to wear barefoot. I know. And I've managed to find some invisible socks that work with them also. But being all leather, it's important to find shoes that aren't too heavy, and these ones are not too heavy. So I do like the fact that you can fully adjust them. You can change the laces out. I mean, Golden Goose have different levels of distressing. It's up to you how much you want them to be distressed. Mine are quite minimal. They're only just distressed, you can see there. And that's what I like about them. I don't want the ones that look really, really ratty, just because I want the opportunity to wear them both at work and casual. Probably my favorite designer sneakers are my Valentino Untitled sneakers. These are great for wide feet. I don't think these little skinny laces do these shoes any good though. I think they need the laces swapped out and thicker laces put in. But again, because they are all leather, they're a little bit heavier than your regular shoe. So again, I prefer to use these in the winter time than the summertime. But they do look good with summer outfits. They're just a little bit hot. Finally, I have these Chanel sneakers that I bought a couple of years back now. They come with white laces and black laces. They're okay. I do find that my little toe does rub on the outside because there's quite a lot of finishes around here, which means that you get some kind of, on the inside it can be really quite hard where all the seams meet together. But these are another cute pair of shoes as well. The other thing that is hard with these ones is they can look a little bit funny on a wide foot if you don't have them laced up nice and tight, which sometimes can cut off my circulation in my foot because they can look really wide because of this really round toe. It's not really an almond shaped toe, so just something to bear in mind if you're after comfort and aesthetics in your sneakers. And here's my honourable mention. Whenever I tend to go travelling, I don't take my designer sneakers. I take a pair of Lacoste sneakers. Hopefully they're not blowing out too much. I've got two pairs here. I've got this one with this kind of Lacoste debossing on it and a pink back. They're just a nice, light, easy to clean trainer. I buy them for travel. So the next category is the boot. Now, a few years back, I think 2020, I purchased these Valentino boots in this black suede. You can see there's a little bit of wear on them, but I do Scotch guard them quite regularly. They've actually held up so well for the amount that I actually wear them, because I wear them a lot, and all of the studs are still on. These are actually quite generously sized, so I got a half size up in these to wear thick socks, but I probably didn't need to. You can see the nice generous width across the top of the foot there, and because they're a nice soft material, they're leather lined on the inside, they're really quite lovely shoes to wear. They are really well made Valentino shoes, I find, and so yeah, I think for me, I am, looking for a replacement for these, because one day I'm going to find that they will be worn out and I won't be able to find a nice replacement. They just hit at a great spot on your leg so that they don't cut you in half when you're wearing dresses. They're a great height for cropped trousers as well. Yeah, they're really just beautiful shoes. I've only just gotten them and they're so gorgeous. Is my Roger Vivier Ranger boots. So a lace-up boot or a combat boot style. Again, the reason that I decided to purchase these, and I bought them from My Teresa because I wanted to be able to test whether or not they would work for me and send them back without all the qualms, is that this buckle is adjustable. It has 3 adjustments across the top of your foot, and also the laces can be adjusted as well. And to get into the boot, it's simply with this zip access. And so even though they are patent, you can see that they're actually quite a squishy patent. Like, I've had Roger Vivier shoes before, so I know how comfortable they are. The other thing they have is this beautiful soft like lambskin around the top of the boot, which is the bit that kind of rubs up against your leg, and I think that's a really clever touch to make them even more wearable. I went with my straight size in these. Any ones that I can find, I will link in the description box below, and yeah, you can shop those links if you so choose. So another honourable mention, these are Witchery, which is just a high street brand here in Australia, but similar thing. You can see it's a suede, they're soft, they're really lovely. You just Scotch guard them and they're beautiful. So if you've got a wider foot, look for materials that are going to mould to your foot instead of really harsh structured materials. Alright, flats for wide feet. So I have these Witchery Mule, not Witchery, Fendi. Pointed toes work well for my wide feet because my second toe is longer than my other toes, and so I kind of naturally have a triangular shaped foot. These are the Fendi Colibri Mules, I believe. They're in a really soft kind of leather, and they have this adjustable band over the top of my foot. So you can see I've got it on the largest setting. I have no problems wearing these. They're very, very flat. So they are nice for a contrast with, more flowy or oversized pants, like wide leg pants, those sorts of things. Some other flats that I have found work for me are these Nicholas Kirkwood flats. You can see that they have the kind of cut down across the widest part of the foot, which makes them fit the widest part of the foot. A lot of mules or loafer style flats have this kind of tab is sewn down to up to here, and it means that I can't get my foot in because they're too tight across the top of my foot. These ones, you can see, actually allow the widest part of your foot in. I don't wear them very often, to be honest, because they're beige and it's not really my vibe, but it's nice to know that I have a pair of beige flats when I need them. Now, forgive these ones, I haven't worn them for quite a while, but Pretty Ballerinas do beautiful pointed toe flats, and I find them great for wide feet. This is just one pair that I have. These are many years old, but they're so gorgeous. I bought them twice. Really, really cute shoes. And another pair of Pretty Ballerinas are these black suede ones with the love heart on them. Again, I don't wear them very often because I don't wear flats very often, but I have some go-to flats that I know work for my wide feet. And you can see how the toe box is quite shallow, so it means that the widest part of your foot can fit in here nicely without having this toe box kind of cut into the top of your foot. So next we'll go to pumps. In terms of pumps, depending on your heel height, for me, I was so surprised at how comfortable the Fendi Colibri heels are. These are the 8.5 centimeter classics. They are high shoes at 8.5 centimeters. They're beautiful. They are great for a wide foot. Again, you can see how nice and wide this section here is across the widest part of the foot, and really soft kind of pliable material that lines the mesh section. But 8.5 centimeters is a little high to be comfortable for a long period of time if you're standing. So I also have a pair in the kitten heel. These again, old season, last spring, summer, but fabulous, fabulous shoes. The most comfortable shoes. Same thing, they've got this beautiful, whatever this material is that goes across the toe area, it just makes them so, so comfortable. The back is comfortable. The heel shape means that they're comfortable to walk in. They're just a fabulous, fabulous shoe. And the sad thing is that Fendi don't often release this heel height in their seasonal Colibri releases, which is just... Oh, please Fendi, make more of these because so many of us love them. It wouldn't be a Dale's Addiction shoe video without Roger Vivier Bell Trumpet pumps. I love these with jeans, I love them with workwear, I love them formal. These are the 3 pairs I currently have. I did have a baby pink pair, this is more of a lilac, but I wore them to death. And to be fair, I think my black ones are probably, no, they're all right. But 2 pairs in patent, 1 pair in a soft leather. I prefer the soft leather, but they do wear quicker. Especially like me, if you actually wear your shoes. I don't keep mine for best. They are shoes that I wear. They're really beautifully made, but I'm hard on my shoes. And so these I find, because of how the toe box is shaped, are really good for a wide foot. You don't need to get these ones in the 7 centimeter heel. They come in smaller heel heights as well, and block heels if that's more comfortable for you. But I just think these are the most elegant looking shoes, and they just look amazing with a pair of distressed jeans. So having a pair of pumps in your arsenal is really important, I think, and I don't think you can go past a Roger Vivier pump. So the next category are sandals. Now, I have to say I was pleasantly surprised by the Hermes Oran sandals. Mine are in terrible state, and in fact, if you've seen the thumbnail for this video, you'll know that there is an unboxing coming soon, because mine need to be replaced, or I need a nicer pair. You can see how much they have worn since I've been wearing them. If you look at my Instagram, you will see that I wear these nearly daily in the summertime. Even if I go to work through the day, I come home, I put these on. They just go with everything. And I was tempted to buy a different colorway, but the reality is these are the ones that I need. Why I was surprised, I tried them on. I think I bought them in like winter time, and my foot just slid right into my straight size as a size 39, and I was pleasantly surprised. So I bought the 39. They didn't have the half size to try on, and now the ones that I have repurchased, surprise surprise, they are 39.5, because I just think that will help with me wearing them in a little bit more. These ones, like, oh my god, I've just noticed there's literally, look at that, there's a hole there. I don't think anyone's worn their Iran sandals this badly on and put it on YouTube, that's for sure. The Dior D-Way slides. When I first tried these on, I was surprised at how comfortable they were. However, the problem with these I find for a wide foot is because there's only this much of your toe comes out. This kind of band is so wide and quite rigid that it actually comes up up halfway up my toes. Because my foot is so wide, I probably can't get it in as far as somebody with a thinner foot. And so if they're my toes, when you walk, it digs into your toes and it makes your toes do a lot of work, and it actually puts a lot of stress on your foot. I find myself like sliding along the ground, trying to slide my foot further into the shoe as I walk, because I just can't get my feet in far enough because of how wide they are. These are an occasional wear when it's cooler, when I know that I don't have to do a lot of walking. It's a real shame because I love the look of them, but I would not recommend them for a wide foot. These are the Hermes Legend wedges. Look, these are not as comfortable as the Irans in my opinion. My little toe tends to kind of want to poke out of this little gap in the sandal because that is the widest part of my foot, and where the incline of the shoe is, that is exactly where the toe wants to poke out. Again, great for occasional wear, not doing too much walking, not on your feet for too long, but yeah, I would not recommend these. There is a pair of flat sandals called the Santorini. I don't think they're anywhere near as chic as these. They do look a bit beachwear. They're not as, you know, these are really, really pretty shoes. So yeah, it's just one of those things that I just suck it up and get along with life. These Chanel sandals from Spring Summer 22, I think I might have sized up. Yes, I sized up in these, so these are a size 40, and I did that because of where this starts. It's on kind of the widest part of the foot, and it does tend to dig into the top of my foot around the edges. Not here, because this is a nice fine strap, but it does tend to dig in. So I liked this short block heel. They're really comfortable to wear. It's a really nice soft lamb leather, but I do find, particularly when there's an ankle strap as well, if it goes across like the broadest part, if it's not up around your ankle, if it's across the top of your foot, that's another thing to watch with wider feet, because yeah, you tend to run out of room on the strap to be able to do them up. So for me, I tend to look at what's happening across this part, and I tend not to buy too many shoes that have straps across the top of my widest part of my foot, or the highest part of my foot. While we're talking about straps across the top of the foot, the exception is the Valentino Rockstar kitten heel for me, because you can see that T-bar comes up the foot, and then these straps go across more so the ankle, and so you've got this nice wide toe box here for your toes, and then you've got all these ankle straps which make it really great for wide feet. So next we've kind of got occasion wear or dressy shoes, shoes that work for me that are kind of staples in my wardrobe. The first pair is the Stuart Weitzman nearly naked block heel. I think they're a 7 centimeter. Very simple shoe, just a strap across the toes and a strap around the ankle, and that is what makes them super, super flattering on the foot. This is a really nice shaped, it's a nice shaped block heel. From the back it has this kind of little it has this nice little peak hole. From the back it has this nice little you know, keyhole detail. They're just my go-to evening shoe when I want my leg to look longer, when I know that I've got room for my feet to swell, because they will if I'm standing on them for a long time. These are the shoes that I choose. I also have these Todd's Mules. They're old, but again you can see why I've chosen them, because they've got this thin section oh, what have I got here? Some glues poking out. Because they've got this thin section across the widest part of the foot and this adjustable strap. So some things to look for. The tapering of the leather up the foot. It looks really nice on with this beautiful Perspex heel. Look, even though these aren't current season shoes, I think you can see some trends in terms of the pieces that I'm buying and why they work for my feet. And finally, a pair of shoes that are still available, I believe, are the Gucci Marmont block heel sandals. I actually bought these ones. They were worn once. They were the wrong size for the person. I find them super comfortable. The strap placement is great. The heel height is great. The nice block heel is great. The only thing is this tiny little strap. It's very, very thin. I got my husband to put an extra hole in it because it was quite short around the where it sits. Again, it sits right on the kind of thickest part of your foot instead of up around your ankle. But they're a good find too, worth trying on. So what I want to say here is that know your foot. Know, you know, what you want to use these shoes for. If they're for walking around and shopping all day, you need something comfortable as well as chic. If you're going out for an event, you don't want to be uncomfortable after an hour. I think we can get carried away, as my good friend Amelia Rose here on YouTube says, with our fantasy life. I want to mix my real life with fantasy pieces that fit in. And for me, it's really important that I'm comfortable, especially when I'm going to be on my feet all day, because when I'm working with clients, a lot of the time I'm on my feet all day. So I want something that is going to look good and also be comfortable as well. So I know this is a bit of a rambly video, but it's the only way I could think of to kind of share with you how I think, what's working for me, what doesn't work for me, what I kind of look for in the shape of shoes, the heel heights and the shaped heels. Let me just show you an example of a shoe that is terribly uncomfortable but beautiful. These Stuart Weitzmans. These are, I can't remember what they're called, but the strap across the toe, great. The strap around the ankle, fantastic. Also has the little keyhole at the back, but they have a very thin heel, and boy, do you notice it. It really drives the weight into this tiny little peg, and it puts a lot of pressure on the ball of your feet, and you can see that there's hardly any kind of cushioning for the ball of your feet. But they look gorgeous. They look almost non-existent. So, you know, sometimes it's worth the pain. A lot of the times it's not. So I think for the wide foot question, you got to make sure you get the strap across the toes, not across the widest part of your foot. Okay, well, I think that's everything. I will link to what I can find links for in my current collection, but I'll also put together a little folder on my Like to Know It with suggestions of shoes that you might consider purchasing if you have liked some of the pieces that I have shared with you in this video today. So that will be in the description box below. You can just click one link and then it will take you to the selection that I have put together. If you've liked this video and you found it helpful, please give me a thumbs up. If you have other shoe selections that you think would be helpful for people with wider feet or more inclusive sizing, please pop them in the comment section down below. I would really like to know about it because I'm always looking, and the less mistakes I can make, the better. I'd love to see you back, so if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below. I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, and sometimes some extras. So I will see you in the next one. Ciao!